Roman Reigns to reform the Shield with 2 new stars, John Cena's greatest nightmare? 5 things the Tribal Chief could do upon WWE return. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer, have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Roman Reigns has been out since Raw after WrestleMania when Braun Breaker assaulted him with a spear and joined forces with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. Fast forward to today, the OTC is expected to return to WWE in the coming weeks, either to compete at SummerSlam or start his new feud for Clash in Paris on August 31st. There are a lot of storylines he could get involved in, so let's take a look at what the former world champion could do upon his return. Obafemi is having a dominant run as the NXT champion and is set to defend his title against Yoshiki Inamura at the Great American Bash next weekend. His biggest challenge could be ahead, though, as Roman Reigns could show up out of nowhere and go after Femi, setting the stage for a blockbuster showdown as the OTC has never become the NXT champion in his illustrious career. This hasn't happened since Survivor Series War Games in late November, but we could see a reunion of the Bloodline happen again. Reigns could show up on SmackDown and try to reunite the Bloodline and help Jacob Fatu get back on track and fight Solo Sikoa. And Ko.Sikoa has reformed his faction with JC Mateo, Tala Tonga, and Tonga Loa going after Jacob Fatu, who dropped his United States Championship to his former teammate at Night of Champions. However, Reigns could also go after Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. Roman Reigns could join forces with Jey USO and Sami Zayn, and even bring Jimmy USO from SmackDown to deal with his rivals and exact revenge on Rollins and Heyman, following the latter's betrayal at WrestleMania 41. The two superstars don't see eye to eye with Reigns, but they have a common enemy in the Visionary, as CM Punk and LA Knight have unfinished business with Mr. Money in the Bank. The OTC could now reform the iconic Shield and join forces with the best in the world and the megastar to even the odds against Rollins and Co., and face them at SummerSlam. It is safe to say that Roman Reigns will be back to get revenge on Paul Heyman, who betrayed him at WrestleMania 41 and joined forces with Seth Rollins. Reigns may need help to deal with the numbers game, or he could just show up and challenge the Visionary to a match at SummerSlam in early August. As a result, we may see some interesting alliances leading up to the 2-night premium live event. As the Cenation Leaders farewell tour continues, Roman Reigns has yet to become part of it. But the time may have come for this to happen. Reigns could show up at SummerSlam once Cena's match with Cody Rhodes is over and emerge as the next opponent for the 17-time world champion, regardless of whether Cena retains the undisputed WWE Championship. If this is the plan that WWE Creative goes with, a match between the two megastars should take place at Clash in Paris on August 3. WWE Saturday Night's Main Event 2025 will emanate live from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia on July 12, 2025. The company has announced 3 matches for the show so far, and could add a couple more in the new week. Apart from the announced matches, the NBC special could have some big things in store for fans, which could set the tone for SummerSlam 2025. In this article, we will cover 3 predictions for WWE Saturday Night's Main Event 2025. Randy Orton will lock horns with Drew McIntyre in a singles contest at WWE Saturday Night's Main Event 2025. This match came to fruition after a returning McIntyre got involved in a heated exchange with the Viper on this week's SmackDown. While Orton won't be easy to put away, fans should expect the Scottish star to prevail over his rival on Saturday night. If so, this could turn into something more, as Orton may turn heel after his loss. Orton failed to win the King of the Ring crown. The Apex Predator was defeated by Cody Rhodes in the final of the tournament at Night of Champions. Another loss at WWE. Saturday Night's Main Event 2025 may not sit well with Orton, and the veteran could turn heel following the bout. Jacob Fatu and Jimmy USO joined forces to lock horns with Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo in a tag match on the recent episode of SmackDown. While the babyfaces earned a big win, things went downhill for them following the bout. Tala Tonga and Tonga Loa made their presence felt after the match to take out the Samoan Werewolf and Big Jim. Given how things unfolded, Fatu and USO could challenge Tala and Tongaloa to a tag match at Saturday night's main event. LA. Knight will collide with Seth Rollins in a singles encounter at WWE Saturday night's main event 2025. However, potential interference from Rollins' new faction during the match seems highly likely. If that is indeed the case, Roman Reigns could return to help Knight even the odds against his rivals. However, the OTC, who has been absent since Raw after WrestleMania 41, may not return alone. Roman Reigns could return with a new faction, featuring Rikishi and late legend Umaga's son, Zilla Fatu. While Rikishi could be the tribal chief's new wiseman, Zilla could be Roman's muscle. The trio could take out Rollins and his faction, helping Knight emerge victorious. Roman Reigns rose to the top of the food chain in WWE, owing to a certain mindset that separated him from the rest of the pack. Carl Anderson, a former WWE star who has worked closely with the OTC, recently revealed one of the assertions from Reigns that impressed him. It happened at a time when they were flying together. Anderson was a guest on the Stories with Briscoe and Bradshaw podcast. The former OC member divulged that Reigns once overheard someone complaining about not getting enough perks while they were on a flight. The tribal chief turned over and asked the anonymous figure to either earn those perks and get them added to their WWE deals or stop complaining. Remember one time we were on a flight with Roman and someone was B** teaching about a flight. And Roman literally said at the baggage claim, either get it written into your contract or quit B** ching. Damn. Good point. Roman that preaching from Reigns was instilled in Anderson's heart. The latter believes it's the right mindset if one wants to make it big in the world of professional wrestling. Speaking of on-screen chemistry between Anderson and Reigns, they came to blows on numerous occasions back when the AJ Styles-led faction of Anderson and Luke Gallows was feuding with Reigns and his cousins, the USOs, back in 2016. As far as Reigns' WWE contract is concerned, he's one of those 7 wrestlers in the company having a base salary of $5 million. Moreover, with merchandise royalties, the former Bloodline boss doesn't make any less than $15 million every year. Due to the unprecedented stature he's attained in the past 5 years, he's now entitled to use his private jet to make it to WWE. Show. Amid his ongoing WWE hiatus, Roman Reigns recently became a father for the 6th time. The news was broken by WrestleVotes. That being said, the Anoai family continues to grow in number. For the unversed, the former undisputed WWE champion has been off TV since Raw after WrestleMania 41. After getting betrayed by his then wiseman Paul Heyman at the Show of Shows, Reigns was taken out by Braun Breaker. Heyman doesn't feel bad about stabbing Reigns in the back, in an admission he made to a fan on X. The special counsel affirmed that it was the 40-year-old who fractured their relationship and not the other way around. As things stand, Heyman is committed to serving Seth Rollins and his recruits, who include Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. When Reigns does return, which is in the cards sooner than later, he's expected to go after Rollins and his men, with a potential multi-man tag team match looking plausible at the moment. The erstwhile big dog will need some backing, which he might receive from the likes of CM Punk and LA Knight, as they also have a common enemy. As Roman Reigns' WWE return is on the horizon, he might show up on any given night, so that he could build for his rumored match at SummerSlam. At this point, the most likely destination for the tribal chief to come back is next weekend's Saturday night's main event special on NBC. Seth Rollins is scheduled to battle LA Knight on the show. With Breaker and Reed always a factor, Knight would definitely need to be wary of them. The megastar was confronted by CM Punk on last week's Raw. The latter told Knight that he needed to get to the back of the line for whatever beef he's got with Rollins' crew. The ever-so-defiant Knight retorted with, "He's the line" wordplay, and informed the best in the world that he'll be taking on the Visionary at SNME. As Punk is burning in the rage of retribution against Rollins, he's expected to play spoilsport during Knight vs. Rollins. The ending of it could see an all-out melee breakout featuring the impending return of Reigns to level things up. John Cena has had rivalries with the Anoai family across various generations. John Cena has been a part of WWE since 2002, and his career has spanned over 2 decades. In such a lengthy tenure, Cena has battled multiple opponents who have been top names in the business. Interestingly, the Unseen 17 has a list of illustrious foes who share the same lineage and are part of one of the greatest wrestling families. The Anoai family. WWE Universe saw the debut of John Cena in 2002 when he answered Kurt Angle's open challenge for a match. Sometime later, when he debuted his popular gimmick, the Doctor of Thugonomics, his first rival from the Anoai family was Rikishi. The duo shared their ring for segments and matches, which were crucial for Cena's rise as a top star. Next up on the list to feud with Cena from the wrestling family was late WWE legend Umaga. The Cenation leader and the Samoan Bulldozer engaged in a heated feud over the WWE Championship, with Cena managing to retain his title in multiple matches. However, Umaga gave him some of the hardest-hitting and physically battering matches of his career. After that, it was a clash of two of the biggest stars of their respective generations, The Rock and John Cena. Cena's feud with one of the most accomplished superstars from the Anoai family led to two huge WrestleMania main event matches that were a spectacular sight to witness. As John Cena took up a more part-time schedule, his next foe from the Anoai clan was the biggest star of this generation, Roman Reigns. While Cena managed to defeat The Rock once, he has never beaten the OTC in the two singles showdowns they had in 2017 and 2021. On the other hand, the 17-time world champion even had altercations with the USOs years later, after his feud with their father, Rikishi. He'd shared the ring with them as well, but never in a singles contest. The last superstar that Cena feuded with, who is a part of the Anoai family, is Solo Sikoa. This came in 2023 when Cena returned for a brief tenure. However, Solo won the rivalry with a dominating performance at the WWE Crown Jewel event. This has made the last real champion one of the few stars to have such a lengthy rivalry with one of the most respected wrestling families in